It just makes sense.
I've had a light bulb moment. Week 2 of the training block for the Tarawera 102km ultra marathon trail race in New Zealand has made me realise that I've got to go back to the future. I have been struggling with like a little flu for the last few weeks. It's not COVID. Also, in the combination with the hotter weather here in Brisbane, I'm really struggling to adapt to the heat this year for some reason. I'm not sure why, whether it's because I've had this little touch of the flu. What it has done has just left my energy levels really low, and it really hit home in week 2 of this training block.
Gotta love Monday recovery runs. Just a nice, cruisy, easy afternoon run. 55, 60 minutes just to keep ticking over. Let the legs bounce back after a long run the day before. The heat is really affecting my heart rate. Like, it's not hot, it's a lot warmer than probably 6 weeks ago when I ran that Melbourne Marathon. It's just something I've got to deal with. Everyone's in the same boat here at the moment. It's getting hotter, the body's working harder, the heart is pumping harder to get that blood going through the body to keep us cool. So that's why the heart rate elevates in this hot weather. So the main thing is, don't overdo it. Be well hydrated, run in the shade, run in the cool of early morning, late afternoon. I know I've said it all before on the channel, but that's just what you got to do. Don't get run over too. So it's all about looking after the body, and preparing for a 100km trail race through the heat of summer is a challenge. So I'm being very mindful of not overdoing things. And I am thankful for the little breaks as well when it gets a bit warmer. It just allows the heart rate to drop a little bit and you just continue on. During summer I really structure in a lot more stops, a lot of stops for water especially, because you've got to keep the body well hydrated. What percentage of water is in our body? I'm going to look that up. I'll put it up here on screen. Hydration is really key. Keep the body cool, keep it hydrated, because I want to be able to keep doing what I enjoy doing, and that's running. You've got to do everything you can to stay out here. And thanks, mate. Stay out here pounding the pavement, pounding the roads, pounding the trails, and having a lot of fun doing it. Fraction over 11k, 59 minutes 14 seconds, so nice cruisy Monday recovery.
I really enjoy my Monday recovery runs, as you've probably gathered. Tuesday I set out to do 18 or 20 kilometres, but pretty much from the get-go just wasn't feeling great, and got to the stage 13 kilometres, I just had to pull the pin. I just couldn't go on anymore, and I run the last 3 kilometres home. That just made me realise then that I've got to change the process to prepare for Tarawera. Not so much the training plan, it's still going to stay the same, but the pace that I'm going to run my runs in from now on. And I started from the Wednesday of week 2, and that is, guys,
I'm going back to the Mafferton method.
I'm going back to low heart rate running to prepare for this 102-kilometre trail race. And the reason it's back to the future is because when I ran Tarawera back in 2020, I used the Mafferton method to prepare for that 50-kilometre event. And I had no issues at all completing that event, even though I had limited training because I was coming back from a twisted ankle, I think it was, or a sprained ankle. Or was it on my knee? I can't remember back that far. Memory goes a bit blank as I get a bit older. Just made me realise that I should be preparing the same way again. From Wednesday of week 2, I've been running to MAF, the low heart rate, and all of a sudden I'm enjoying my running so much more. Look, the energy levels are still reasonably low, but running to that lower heart rate, the slower pace, is making the runs a lot more comfortable.
So strap yourself in for a MAF ride over the next 13 weeks.
Until race day on February 12.
This channel was built on MAF. That's why I started it. Documenting my running journey, and I began with the MAF, coming back from injury.
I'm going back to it. The days are getting hotter. Summer's just around the corner. It's going to get tough. It's going to get brutal for some of my runs. Because I work evenings and afternoons, I don't get the opportunity to run early in the morning, so I'm running most of my runs mid to late morning, and it is quite warm, so
it just makes sense
to run to the MAF method to get ready for that 102-kilometre trail event in New Zealand. All right, guys, that's it. Week 2 in the rear vision mirror. Looking forward with great anticipation, excitement, I guess you could say. Happy to be going back to the MAF. Happy to be back enjoying my running again. And I hope you are all enjoying your running too. So until next time, guys, take care, happy running, and I'll see you in the next video.